Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Enough! Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman!
This is a video game, which means we all have special skills.
Aloha, everybody. My name is Teddy Wells. I am here with a very, very good friend of mine, somebody that I've known for quite a few years here in Hawaii. And he's here, and I'm going to let him introduce himself to you. He's a very special person, and I think you guys are going to enjoy his story and the reason why he's here in Hawaii. Aloha, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, Kamaka.
Hey, aloha.
Aloha.
How you doing?
All right. Yes. Cool. So, so thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us and everything. And, I immediately thought about your story. I've known you for so long and everything, and I think it's time that the world should hear your story and about your experience of being here in Hawaii and being a musician here. Yeah,
Awesome.
being a musician, how that has impacted your life.
Thank
So
you.
tell us, first off, I'm going to start here. First off, is your name. Okay. I always called you Kamaka, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I say Kamakakehau Fernandez, right?
Yes.
And then I noticed, I said, oh, he's promoted Kamakakehau Fernandez, right? So I was thinking about the KKKF, right? KKKF market and all that. And I said, wow, that's a cool name. And I said, I need to ask him, and I've thought about this for years. I said, I need to ask him about his name and the meaning of it and why it's that way and all that stuff. That cool stuff.
Yeah, so my middle name specifically is Kamakakehau. The translation to this, there are many. One of the more, I want to say, sentimental meanings for me is the heart's desire. And this name was given to me by my mother's cousin. And the heart's desire was because, well, my mother, being from the island of Maui, she couldn't have children naturally. And so her next step in life, or her next goal in life, was to have a child. And so she went through all of the necessities to get this child. And it wasn't like, oh, I want that one. I want that child right there. No, it was just what Hawaii is all about. And she exemplified aloha. And so because it was her heart's desire to have a child, that is why I was given this name. And Hawaiian names have a lot of mana, have a lot of power behind it. When you break down the word Kamakakehau, so for us language speakers, we know Kamaka would be the eyes. Kehau is the mist. And so it would translate the misty eyes. And so I was reminded, as I had a project actually a few years ago that required me to research the meaning of my name. And I came across a story of a chief from the island of Maui whose name was Makakehau. And he fell in love with this woman. He's seen this woman and he was just captivated by her beauty. And they both were, pretty much infatuated with one another. And they're so in love that every time they saw one another, their eyes were misty with tears. And so that's why he became Makakehau. And they traveled over to Lanai, where, that is where they spent most of their time. And the ends there with their lives and who they are.
Yes. Awesome.
An original song. Heleo Nanino Ia translates it's a beautiful voice, and I'm not speaking of my voice in particularly, but I am grateful for that gift.
You do have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Own it.
And it's
Own it.
it's something that
Sure.
actually, thank you very much. Actually, something that pays tribute to my upbringings, my mother and my grandmother, who have, as well as my teachers, who have influenced me along the ways and teaching me all these beautiful things. But I talk specifically of a manu. Manu is a Hawaiian name for the bird. And the elepayo was used especially by canoe carvers, since this was a big part of my family.
The proper pronunciation would be ukulele.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So I've been playing.
How did you learn?
I've been playing it since I was probably about 6 or 7. We picked it up in 5th grade, and it was just something we did. In Hawaiian language, we're learning everything. From the moment before we walk into the classroom, we're chanting, we're singing songs that speak of the island, because these are things that is very important for the Hawaiian people. We represent that, all that we're surrounded by, and our ancestors, kupuna, that have taught us these things and so forth.
Why did you think that was so important?
It was important because it represents culture.
Culture, 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 culture.
Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh, he's Superman! This is a video game, which means we all have special skills.
They came to kick my ass, and I'm like, yeah, that's not my fault. I'm doing what I'm told.
As you know what? I know. He gets it.
But you kind of need a little bit of room to work a whip, and a cabin of the plane is not exactly.
Our actors will actually keep a tally of could I get someone to walk out of the show?
And you know, it always ends in world peace.
Yes.
Is that it? I think so.
Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Teddy Wells, and I'm here with Hawaii Entertainment News, sitting with my friend Kamaka. We've been hanging out all day, talking about the entertainment industry. But I noticed you brought some leis.
I
Look
did,
how
yeah.
beautiful the
It
leis
smells so
are.
nice. So this is Pua Keni Keni.
Okay.
Let's say that together. Pua
Pua
Keni Keni.
Kene Kene.
Yes. Which
Pua
is,
Kene Kene.
yes, and the Keni Keni is the change.
The
Like
change.
change, like as in money.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they
wow.
called it the money tree.
the money tree.
Yeah, but it has such a beautiful fragrance. I think it would get better with us, on us.
On us, yes. Okay, tell us about the lei, the tradition of the how you do the lei.
Okay, well, I mean it's proper if I were to lay you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to get laid.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
so yes.
All right. Okay.
So this is the greatest form of giving aloha
Okay.
to a person. Yeah.
Right.
So-
And then we'll rest him here so he
Yeah.
can watch us.
On his perch. There
Yeah.
you go.
No, stay.
So I lay you.
All right.
And this is okay for men to do it. you know?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
So
with a
it's
hug.
okay if.
It's fine. You know.
Alright.
You know, it's the
Alright.
mana'o. That's what giving aloha is all about.
Mana'o.
Mana'o is the thought. That's what
The thought.
Yeah, it's
The
a thought
mana'o.
and energy that you put into presenting someone with a lei.
Oh wow! It smells
yes,
great.
yes.
I always think one day we'll have smell-o-vision.
Hey, that would
And
be
then
something.
Everybody could just smell how nice it is. Now, the one thing I've learned being here is the way of wearing leis
Yes,
is basically draped across your shoulder.
yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And yeah, so I've always paid attention to that here. Was something that I didn't know when I moved here.
Yeah, and it's important, you know, because I mean, it's not only it's about being what we say maiau amaemae, which is neat and clean. Yeah, and just honoring that love that someone had taken their time to either make, or even if they bought it from the store, it's the thought that counts. Yeah.
So when you're performing, tell us, places that people can hear your music, how they get in touch with you, your social media, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, my handlers would be for Instagram would be KKF_music,
Okay.
and then my
KKF_music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facebook would be Kamakakehau Fernandez.
Kamakakehau on
Yeah.
Facebook. Okay.
Or you can simply go to my website, which is kamakakehau.com.
Kamakakehau.com.
Yeah.
Okay. For more information, check out these links. You are a man of many talents, okay? You
Yeah.
have a beautiful voice. You speak 2 languages fluently, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got 2 languages down, which is a lot of us don't have. We only got the 1. And not even doing a good job on that one. Okay, so you got 2 languages. Play the ukulele. What else do we want to know about Kamaka?
So here in Hawaii, you know, a lot of us entertainers, we come from humble backgrounds. So to be able to talk about ourselves is not always that easy. But over the years, I've been very fortunate. I released my very first solo album titled Wahi Mahalo, which is done for you all in falsetto style singing. A lot of the compositions on there were my own. 5 of them were my own. And I have received what we call the Nahoku Hanohano Award for this album, which is our award show that's equivalent to the Grammys here in Hawaii. Another thing, areas that I've been participating in when it comes to Hawaiian language, Disney had agreed to do a dub of the film Moana. And so I was the voice of Tamatoa the crab, which was done all in Hawaiian as well.
Oh, can we get a sample of that?
I sang.
Yeah,
I sang
you
to a
sang
track.
to it,
so
to a track.
it's
Okay,
different
okay,
to
so it's
the
a little bit
ukulele.
different
Yeah.
than okay. Wow. Okay. Where did they show it up?
Well, it was actually the efforts for this was to bring Hawaiian language into the homes of especially families whose children were going through immersion. This was not something public that they did. They featured it publicly, but it.
So what's on the horizon for Kamaka?
I could definitely continue to share more of my music. I'm in the process of writing as well. I want to feature a story that speaks of the meaning of hanai, which is the Hawaiian word for adoption. It's what my life stands for, and give honor to my family. So I was adopted from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I was 6 weeks old when I was adopted. and Hawaii became, or Maui specifically, became my home. Where
At what age?
I was 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was an infant. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, growing up on Maui, a lot of my education was in Hawaiian language. And a lot of the things that I was involved with, some to the support of my mother, most to the support of my mother, because Hawaiian language, there was a time where it wasn't as favored. People would get punished. They would get punished for speaking Hawaii's native language. So there was a period, a renaissance, where a group of parents started to speak up, and eventually we have now schools on every island, or Hawaiian language immersions on every island. So I was in there from kindergarten all the way through high school.
Okay. So you have another song you'd like to play for us, and he's gonna play us out. We'll play out a song and
Sure.
put a pause to our conversation.
So I actually recorded this song. It's a traditional song that has been recorded by many, taking us to the east side of Maui.
Ooh.
And this is a place known as Ho'olani.
Okay.
And it talks about a style of seaweed. Okay. And we know this as lipoa. But the thing with this, when it sits in the sun a little too long, it gets a little stink. So, it talks about all the memories.
All of the memories, including the state.
And yeah, we want to appreciate all things. And the Eva birds, which is a frigate bird, one of Hawaii's largest birds in Hawaii, that they all gather out in this area. So, song featured on my latest album, Wahi Mahalo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kamakakehau.
Aloha no koali, ikanaluha imai, o kanewai, meladi poa pao ala, hanu makahewa kela. Aloha no koali, ikanaluha imai, o kanewai, meladi poa pao ala, hanu makahewa kela. Ura hoi kaulu ya hale rose, ita hale lau ka iwa, mela iwa ya vale ai, ikaha mali, ikala ilalai. Ika e hua te kai, I ka holu na pe o ka lau o ka niu, I ka alo hahe o hai Hawaii, kila kila I ka la lai. Haina ia mai ana ka puana, I ka naluha I mai o ka newai. Nani poa pao ala, hanu makahewa kela. Haina ia mai ana ka puana, kanaluha I mai o ka newai. Nani.
Next time on Hawaii Entertainment News.
Romance is dead now in movies. No kissing, no hugging, no hand holding, none of that. No. You're not going to have that. It's all explosions, because that you keep 6 feet apart.
Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman! This is a video, which means we all have special skills. did.
I think so.